Hi everyone. So in the last video we talked a little bit about tables, how databases are made of collections of tables, and tables themselves are collections of related info. So now in this video we're going to see how we can kind of dive into to see what's inside of a table. So I kind of want to, let's see here. Okay, cool. So there are a bunch of different tables. I'm trying to find one that looks interesting. I guess events. Let's take a look at what's inside of events. So if you want to look inside of a table, there's a SQL query that you're going to be real familiar with, and starts with the keyword select. I'm putting in all caps because sometimes you'll see SQL queries done with all the SQL keywords in caps. So the way that this query goes is that for a select statement, you say the select word. So you're selecting what, and the next piece is what information. And so the most common SQL query that you'll likely ever see is star, meaning a star in computer science is wildcard, usually means everything or all. Select everything from space, and then now this is where you would put the name of the table. So I think it was events that I saw that I liked. Empty set. Well, that's not very interesting. Maybe select star from files. There we go. That's a little more interesting. Not the best, but that's because this looks like it is a very, very big table. So let's kind of take a look at what's going on in here. So when you select something, you get a printout of that table. So you select something from table name. This is what you're going to use after you call use database. If you do not use database, you would actually have to specify from what database you're selecting from as well. And that would be done with dot syntax, like select star from information schema dot files. So same thing. So the use database command, so use space information schema, allows you to not have to use this dot syntax. So let's take a look at what this thing gives us. It's a little messy because there's so many columns, but essentially you have columns of the kinds of information you're going to see in this table. So file ID, file name, file type, table space name, quite a lot of stuff, and quite a lot of columns, or sorry, quite a lot of rows. And this is really messy. And so now let's kind of look at how we can adjust this query to get something a little more useful. So we had select star from files. You can actually, instead of doing star, you can change what you want to come back. You know, a lot of this looks pretty worthless. A lot of it's null. So maybe let's just get the file ID and the file name. And so if we type that out, file ID, underscore ID, right? Comma, file name. Don't do the second comma. There we go. This is a much prettier table now. So we got the same information from the previous query where we did select star from files, except now we have said, hey, only give us the information in these two columns. Don't bother with the rest of that stuff. So now we see file IDs and file names. And this is a much more readable table, as you can see. So for select, that syntax for select star from something is going to be, files in this case, but any sort of table name. The two important pieces are what you're actually selecting, and so you can select anything from a single column. So I could select just file ID. It wouldn't be super useful, but I could. Up to and including star for everything. And what table name you're going to get. Now there's more that you can chain to this select statement. We will see more of that later when we kind of build out more complex queries. So that's all I got for this module. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next one.